Okay, hello guys and welcome to COM1035 Graphic Tools. This module or course is basically about learning the basics of Photoshop and Illustrator. So this is your prerequisite for if you want to do more advanced things in Photoshop and Illustrator. And basically what we're going to be doing is making a couple posters or flyers, since they're just normal page size, with some song lyric arrangements on them. So I'm sure you've seen a few things like this, where we've got a quote. This is a quote from Harry Potter, but same type of idea. Here are some other examples. Some text arrangement. Again, not a song. I'm not sure if this is a song or not. Just for some inspiration. And these are on your document. And here's some that are possibly more attainable levels for what we can accomplish in this class. Okay, so we'll be using Photoshop and Illustrator, which are both industry standard programs. Just so you know, if you go to the official Adobe site, to buy the Creative Suite Master Collection, which is what we are using in class, is about $2,600 US. Photoshop itself, just the basic version, basic is still really good, is $700. The extended version is $1,000. Illustrator is about $600. And also Creative Cloud just came out that has a subscription involved with it and some new tools and collaboration features, and it's $50 a month. Okay, so basically we're going to be making a kind of lyric poster somewhat like this. So here's a Keith Urban example. Money was gas, dreams were dust, love was fast, and we were us. So notice how the lyrics are the main focus of this piece, and the name is just really small. That's exactly how our client wants us to make ours. So I just would like to note that this is too simple. We're going to be getting ours a little more intense than this, but it is a really nice layout, and I like how simple it was and the limited quotes that or fonts that they managed to use. Here's another example. Again, too simple for what we're doing, but a nice color scheme and a really nice layout. So layout is going to be a big part of this, making sure that your text is in a nice arrangement. You know, you're using your elements and principles, you've got some sort of balance happening or imbalance, if that's what you're going for, depending on your song. And keeping in theme with the song that you picked is really important in this case. This is a quote from Ocean's 11, so again, it's kind of all over the place almost, but it somehow comes out looking fitting. You know, it suits the movie. You know, we've got limited number of fonts, limited number of colors, Vegas in the background. Pretty fun. Here's another example, kind of a vintage look, just for some inspiration. Here is quite the cool thing. This is more intense than what we are probably going to accomplish. This is something that you can do in Adobe Illustrator if you want to do Vector 1 after this. Make posters with these kinds of effects on them. What we're going for is going to be more like this. Okay, so this is more of a Photoshop created layout, and this is one of the only times that I'm going to let you use more than 3 fonts at a time. So, enjoy that. Okay, so let's actually get into Photoshop now. For you guys, there's 2 ways that you might be able to find it on your computer. One way is to go down to the Start button, and the easiest way to find it would just be to type in Photoshop. And if it gives you 2 options, just pick this one. If it doesn't come up for you, there's probably a folder over here in this area somewhere that says Adobe Master Suite CS6. Just double click on that, find Photoshop in the list there, and open it that way. Okay, so once you have it open, we're going to create a new file. So just like any other program, File, New. Now here, we don't need to name it yet. They have some different presets, And then they give you all these options about the size. So for our width and height, what we're going to do is we're just going to make it a normal size piece of paper. So you can choose which way you want to do this. I'm familiar with inches when it comes to my paper sizes. So we're going to do 8.5 width and 11 inches tall. And our resolution, different resolutions are good for different things. In pixels per inch, 72 is good for on-screen viewing only. Okay, 72 is only good for if you're using it on the screen. If you try to print it out, it will be all pixelated and blurry and fuzzy, and that's not what we want. 150 is common for newspapers, and if you want high quality print, go with 300. So I'm going to choose 300. I'm fine with my background content being white. You can also make it transparent. This is where you can choose that. And our color mode, when we're working on a screen, it's good to be an RGB color. When we go to print it, it's often a good idea to switch it to CMYK, since CMYK is what our printers use. But I'm going to be working in RGB color because RGB is good for on-screen display. And everything looks good. Okay,